What's going on, everybody? This is JVB, and you're listening to another episode of the Postgame Report. So I want to tell you a story that happened to me not too long ago today. I'd say maybe 10 minutes ago. I'm doing vision therapy because of my head trauma. So, as I stated before, my eyes aren't working together. It has something to do with the muscles surrounding my eyes and a bunch of other things. You know, the amount of data my brain can take in at one time. So there are issues with myself, with my head, with my vision. And so the therapist that I talk to, or I go to every Thursday, I found out that he enjoys playing video games. He's a big Halo fan, and so was his father. I was talking about how I was trying to play a baseball game on the PS4, and because I have to look at the ball as it's moving, it put too much strain on my eyes, and after a while, it feels like somebody kicks me in the eye, and I get pain, and I get tired, brain fatigue, stuff like that. So after I had told him that, he asked me, "Oh, do you play Xbox?" He was telling me that he plays Xbox and that he pre-ordered the Xbox One X, the Series X, excuse me. And I had told him that I got lucky and pre-ordered a PlayStation 5. So we were talking about video games. He mentioned that when the original Halo came out, or whenever any Halo came out, that his father was like, nobody's touching the Xbox because I'm going to play. So, of course, me being 48 years old, obviously older than he is, I was cracking up because that is exactly something I would say. Now, luckily for me and my son, we both love the Halo franchise, and we both have our own Xbox. Unfortunately, this is going to be the first generation. We don't buy an Xbox at launch, but eventually we'll get there as Halo grows closer and closer. But the funny thing was, I was telling him that I've been podcasting about video games for 15 or whatever years, and so he found that interesting. And so we were talking even more about video games. And then I started telling him that to this date, it's amazing to see how huge podcasting has become. Because when I began podcasting, nobody knew what the hell a podcast was. People made fun of me because I was in my 30s and I was talking about video games. And I was doing this thing called podcasting. And now ESPN, Fox News, everybody, right? Joe Rogan's making millions and millions of dollars podcasting. So, as someone who grew through that, it was nice to share that story, and it was nice for me to share my podcast with him. I even played a little clip. He said I sounded good. So, it was nice to have met someone who, number one, plays video games, and number two, enjoys listening to podcasts. So he said he's going to check it out. So hopefully he does, and he enjoys what he hears. But he did joke around saying that next week, maybe he'll bring the Xbox around and we could play some Halo, which would be really freaking cool. I don't know how good I'm going to do, but yeah, that would be freaking awesome. The reason why I say I don't know how good I'm going to do is because I tried playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare a few days ago, and I tried beating a level, and there was just too much going on. My reaction time was slow as shit. I was missing enemies when I was shooting at them, and that's all due to my current situation with my injury. And so out of frustration, I just looked at my wife and I was like, freak this, I just can't do it. So any type of competitive multiplayer games, I'm not going to really do any good. Not that I've been playing multiplayer first-person shooters in the last 5-6 years. I did try the new Warzone from Modern Warfare, or Call of Duty Warzone, and of course I died immediately. But they have some Halloween type thing, so you can become a zombie and attack the survivors. So that was kind of cool. At least for a free-to-play game, they are adding certain elements that are cool, initially cool, but Of course, with those free-to-play games, the whole premise is to get you to spend some type of money in order to become better than other people. So I also bought me a brand new pair of video game headsets or headphones, whatever you want to call them. Now, to edit my podcast, to edit my videos, I use a pair of Master and Dynamics M30 headphones, I believe. They sound really, really good. They're like premium quality. They have lambskin ear cups, and the headband is lambskin. Everything's metal. Even the freaking cables that come with it are like braided, and I mean, it's just premium shit. And I got it for $150 at the time. Now, they're an older pair of headphones from Master and Dynamic, but the quality, like headphones, you could buy old headphones, or you can still own old headphones. And the more you break them in, eventually the sound matures and becomes a lot better. So anyway, I use those to monitor my sound when I'm editing. I tried them out. I plugged them into my PlayStation 4 controller. They sound good. A lot better than the standard little earbud that comes with the PlayStation 4. But I wanted something that was going to give me a nice sound stage, that was going to give me some immersion, and give me a microphone. So when I do party chats, like for example, playing Ghost of Tsushima, Legends, which is multiplayer, I played with Mike Savage, and I want to play that more. So I personally want a good microphone, and I also want to record video on the PlayStation as I'm playing and do commentary over the gameplay. So I want a microphone that sounds above average and eliminates the need for me to plug in my condenser mic into the PlayStation 4 or grab the video feed, put it in a thumb drive, and then transfer it over to my iMac and go through that whole mess. So I want something a little quicker, and so I decided to go with the Corsair Virtuoso RGB headset. It has really, really outstanding sound. It has an way above average microphone. So I'm happy about that. And comfort, it's comfortable. I've worn it. I've tested the crap out of it for the last 2 days. I've worn it for hours and hours. I even had it playing for about 30 hours straight, just sitting plugged into my iMac and letting it play overnight, just so the sound can break in. The other cool thing about these particular headphones, the Virtuoso RGB, is that it uses USB-C. So I can plug in my headphones into my Note 20 Ultra via USB-C. So not only do I get the capability of charging my headphones because they are wireless, I can charge them through my phone, but I also get 24-bit audio, 96 kilohertz or whatever, ultra high definition audio. So I can do that on the iMac as well. And I can I believe I get higher definition or higher quality sound if I were to plug it in directly into my PlayStation 4 via USB. So that was another reason why I bought the Virtuoso RGB. Sound, comfort, the USB, and the microphone. Now they retail for $180, so they are pricey. But if you are looking forward to the next generation of video game console, it is ideal that you get yourself a really, really good pair of video game headphones so that you can enjoy every nook and cranny that these games are going to crank out. Specifically with the PlayStation 5, it's going to have the Tempest engine, so it's software-based 3D. Some headphones, most headphones will utilize some form of Tempest engine. So if you have speakers with headphones, that is, or even home speakers, I believe I believe Cerny said even basic TV speakers might be able to utilize this Tempest engine. But if you're using video game headphones and you have a good sound stage on these headphones, sound separation and everything like that, you're going to get some 3D-esque sound coming out of these headphones because of this new Tempest engine on the PlayStation 5. And the Xbox One X or the Series X is also going to use some type of software-based 3D acceleration for sound or something. So the next generation is looking promising, not only with visuals, but with sound. And we all know that sound, and because of my head injury, I appreciate sound a little better now because of certain limitations I have with my vision. So I have to depend on sound a little more. Certain noises bother me a little more, but I also notice certain things a little more. So that is probably why I'm enjoying the effects of these new video game headphones. So anyway, I advise you to do so. Let me know if you do own any video game-centric headphones or headsets, whatever the hell they call them. I know they have the closed back and the open back style of headphones. The one thing about these Virtuosos, the RGB, is that I can plug it into PC Mac. It has a dedicated software from Corsair that will allow you to utilize virtual 7.1 surround sound, which sounds pretty cool. And you can adjust the speakers. You can't do that on the PlayStation 4. Now, because I can attach these headphones through USB-C, I can also attach it to my Switch. So, and one quick point, if I want to use them on the Xbox One or the Xbox Series X controller, it does come with a 3.5 millimeter audio jack. So you can plug it in through there. You will get the same soundstage. You will lose out in audio quality. That's the one negative. So I highly recommend them. So far, the last 3 days, they've been very, very good. Very good. I'm really happy with the purchase. So anyway, I'm JVB. I will talk to you later.